Hey, this is Tony with Never Too Late Podcast. Here we are again. This week, we're going to talk just a little bit into some extras episodes. This particular extra is going to talk about business capital funding and the benefits that it has for your business, right? Now, we all know at the end of the day that a business lives and dies by cash flow, right? You got to be able to have cash available in order to run your business. When it comes to business and successful ones, it does take money to make money, right? You've got to have money coming in to be able to put money out, to get money in, so on and so forth. Where does this money come from, though, right? Now, when you first start out, if you're lucky enough or worked hard enough to be able to have some money saved up to put that into your business, you believe in what you're doing, awesome. Do that. That's going to always be your best bet. Work towards getting it, right? Sometimes, though, that's not the case. Sometimes opportunity falls in your lap and you've got to get cash sooner than you would be able to work for to save for it, right? So you might go talk to your bank or relatives or look for angel investors, that kind of stuff. If you've got a really great idea, you might even be able to find some venture capital funds, that kind of thing. Those are all going to be solid options, right? But then you've got to get your business up and running. You got to make sales, show revenue, that kind of stuff. Now, let's say 6 months into it, things are going pretty well, but you run into a cash hiccup. Okay. You go to the bank that you bank with. You've got, let's just say you want to buy a new building and expand your enterprise. Okay. You want to go to a new location. You've got $1 million in the bank from just killing it with this business, right? You go to the bank, you say, hey, I've been here for 6 months, a year, 10 years, whatever it is. I've got this plan. I want to do these things. You present everything to them, give them everything you're asking for. That's going to take you quite a while. And then if you're like 80% of all business owners in the U.S., they're going to tell you, nah, we're not doing that. That's not worth the risk for us. What just happened there? You got $1 million in the bank and they won't let you borrow anything to purchase a building that's going to be real estate backed, so on and so forth. What happened there? Well, what it came down to was their underwriting laws, right? Or their underwriting rules. At the end of the day, the bank is a business too. They're in the business of assessing risk and risk to cash, right? If they do not see that you fit their specific exact criteria to get the money that you're asking for to purchase that building, or that building doesn't back it up the way that they want it to, or that kind of thing, they're going to tell you no matter how much you have in the bank with them, how great your relationship with is. 80% of U.S. business owners do not get the money they're looking for from a bank. Now, knowing that, I'm not going to tell you not to go talk to the bank, right? You're going to find that, that 20% here and there. The bank is going to be always your least expensive option to be able to find funds for your business, always. And if you can get it, awesome, please do. However, if you're like 80% of all U.S. business owners, well, you're probably not going to get it. So now what, right? You want to purchase that building for $750,000. You can't just go borrow that from dad. Dad don't have that, right? So what do? Well, you start to look for alternative lenders. Now that's where companies like Never Too Late Enterprises can step in and help out, is that we can help you get those funds from alternative lenders. Now, this is not going to be cheap money, right? So you're going to want to make sure you do your due diligence on this and make sure that it makes sense for you financially, that you can make the numbers work for you. And if you want help doing that, to make sure that the numbers do work for you, we can help with that a little bit too, right? To a point. It depends on how much information you let us see, okay? But we're willing to go through that process with you. No extra charge, just to, help you out, okay? So you get those funds, you get it paid back, you expand your business, now everything's great, okay? Well, now you did all that, you want to get a business line of credit. You go talk to the bank again. Bank tells you, we don't do lines of credit for anybody, because right now, anyways, the time of recording this, they just kind of aren't doing that. So you can come talk to us about that too, right? We can get you business line of credit so that you can have that SWAN account, that sleep well at night account, right? That way, that if you run into a cash problem where a big client doesn't pay their invoice on time or whatever, something happens, it's business, something always happens, right? You've got that available cash to be able to pull just in case, or to do your next big expansion or whatever it is, right? So being able to have access to alternative capital funding, like what we can do for you, is going to be awesome. Now, what exactly do we have available? All kinds of stuff, okay? One of our biggest things is that we can get you up to $10,000 in under 10 minutes, and you can get approved and funded the same day. Now that's going to be pretty amazing if you are in need of an amount that's 10,000 or less. And there are a lot of businesses when they apply for funding like this, they're looking for 10,000 or less, just like enough to cover an incidental thing, right? So that could be really good for you. We do real estate backed funding. We can do SBA loans even. The criteria and requirements for all these kind of things vary depending on what the loan product is, but you can get all kinds of stuff. We can also do lending for 1099 employee or 1099 contractors. Sorry. So if you are a 1099 salesperson and you're looking to get a big influx of cash for marketing, for example, hey, apply, see what you can get, right? Because that's one thing, having been 1099, and you're not going to get that from a bank. They're just not going to give it to you. And unless you've got just a bunch of cash sitting around to put into it, this could be a really good option for you to kind of boost your business, find those leads, that kind of thing. So one thing to consider there with that 10K under 10 minutes thing. And of course, like I said, the real estate backed funding. If you're in real estate, we can do fix and flip loans. If you are, you've got invoice, we can do account receivable stuff. We got a lot of different things we can do to help you out. The best way to find out what we can do to help you in your specific situation, whatever it may be, is to just reach out to us. You'll find a link in the description below this episode about how to contact us about these types of things. And we can help guide you through whatever it is you're having questions about. So very much looking forward to helping you be able to fund your business better if you ever need to, when you need to, I should say, because at some point you will need to. And I'm looking forward to having that conversation with you, myself, or one of my colleagues, so that you can keep your business rolling when cash is looking tight or you just got a big project that isn't quite there, right? So let's get out there and crush it in whatever your line of business is. And if you are in need of funding, let us know. We're here to help you out however we possibly can. All right. Until then, we're going to stay in it for good from start to fortune, just like Never to Enterprises always does. You get out there, you keep pushing forward, and crush it. We'll see you next time.